Hey everyone, you're listening to WTBU, the beat of Boston University, broadcasting live at 89.3 FM, 640 AM, online at WTBUradio.org, and on BU Cable Channel 6. You can also listen to us on the WTBU iPhone app. If you're listening and want to make a request, call in at 617-353-6400 or send an IM to WTBU Radio DJ. You just heard Angel by the Jeff Healey Band. Apologize for that. Wrong version. Sorry, guys. Love Walks In by Van Halen, I'm Alright by Kenny Loggins, Curie by Mr. Mister, Every Time You Go Away by Paul Young, Stand and Deliver by Adam and the Ants, a request from something Ashley, sorry, Robert Ashley and not Charlie at all. And What I Like About You by The Romantics. Now for you, we have a very special interview
Interviewee
with the wonderful Bryarly Bishop. Bryarly is a multi-talented YouTube vlogger, singer, and a creative force. She's going to be here with us tonight talking about her experience as a YouTuber and about her exciting competition that she's currently competing in. So right now we're going to have her on the line. Bryarly, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Thanks for being on the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. So for our audience members that don't know all about you, can you explain how you got started with YouTube and why you make videos?
Sure. I started making YouTube videos because I was writing a study abroad blog for my school, USC, and I thought that it would be fun to have sort of video blogs to go along with the written blog.
Very cool. How do you choose the content for like the videos that you make?
It really depends, because I have pretty varied content. Like sometimes I'll do skits, and sometimes I'll do songs, and sometimes I'll do just straight up video blogs. So usually it depends on whichever idea I have that grabs me the most.
Very cool. And that was actually one of my next questions. Your content, so many genres, from cooking tutorials, covers, vlogs, and skits. Do you have a favorite type of content to produce?
I like skits the best because I like to dress up, and it's just acting I don't otherwise get to do. But I find that my viewers tend to prefer the goofier ones. Like, I've had a lot of people, I'm at Playlist Live right now, it's just ended, and I've had a lot of people tell me that they really liked the video where I'm just walking in the woods for geocaching. And like those videos aren't scripted at all, and the skits are. So for me, it's easier to do a skit because I've got a like dead set plan going in. Mm-hmm. But I guess other people prefer the sillier, random stuff.
Very cool. And how was Playlist? Do you want to explain what that was for everyone?
I'm still not sure what it was. Playlist is sort of a YouTube convention. I think it's annual. It was in Orlando, Florida this year. And basically a lot of people from the YouTube community all get together. People who make a lot of videos or people who have a large following will sit on panels or have meetups. There's a main stage where people do musical performances or just chats or comedy. And people who want to meet their favorite YouTubers can. So for me, it was my first big convention after getting more of a following. And so it was it was fun but strange. I had a lot of people coming up to ask for pictures or whatever, and that had never happened in that volume before. But it was awesome to see the people who watched me in person.
That's really cool. What type of stuff did you talk about on the panels?
I actually was. I didn't know I was going to be at Playlist until about a week ago.
Oh wow!
So I didn't have time to plan anything. I had an unofficial meetup this afternoon, and that was about it.
Wow. That's pretty cool, though. That's really awesome. Sounds like a cool experience.
Mm-hmm.
Another question we had for you is, YouTube seems to really be a place for you to showcase some of your singing also. And I know that recently you were featured on Alex Day's new album, Epigrams and Interludes, and a song with him. And you just had a lot of success with your single, Hard to Say Goodbye. Have you ever considered expanding your singing career into more live performances or albums or any sort?
I'd really love to do both of those things. I find that making an album is expensive, and I'd really like to to do live performances, but I feel like at the moment it would just be me and the guitar. And if I could, I would like to have sort of a band backing me up. And it's the same thing with the album. I hope to start working on an album by the end of the year. I think I have enough songs now. But I also think that Alex Day, who is another great musician that some of your listeners might know, and he's a friend of mine, he's sort of been going away from albums. No, you just mentioned him. Sorry. It's a little, my brain's a little foggy from the time of night. But anyway, he hasn't been doing albums as much. He's sort of been releasing songs every few months, and Epigrams and Interludes is just sort of culmination of those. I think that's really clever. So I'd like to do something similar to that.
Sounds really cool. Yeah, and your videos and stuff that we were looking at your channel, you seem to travel quite a bit. I know that you spent some time in the UK and Europe recently.
Yeah.
What's the special appeal of traveling for you? Do you think it really helps kind of with videos anyway?
I usually don't think about it in terms of videos. I really like to make videos of my travel experiences, but that's usually not the reason to go on a trip. My main interest in traveling is just that I really love new experiences and seeing new places and meeting new people. And I've also found that, as somebody who's always been sort of interested in, psychology and anthropology, that going to new places gives a lot of insight into both how similar people are worldwide and into the differences that make us all individuals.
Going off of that, let's talk about this competition that you're in. For those listeners that don't know about this, there's a competition going on currently called My Destination's Biggest, Baddest Bucket List competition. And I believe at this point in the day, there are 6 days left, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a 6-month, 6-continent, all expense paid trip to any places that you want to see, and you get $50,000 as well to help you travel around the world. And yeah, it's a big thing. And Bryarly put a video on YouTube talking about London. So we had a few questions about that, because obviously that's a huge thing that's happening.
Yeah.
And it seems really kind of cool. So how did you hear about the contest, and what got you interested in participating?
Well, the people by Destination sort of sent out, not like a spam email, but they sent an email out to a lot of different people on YouTube, including me, saying, hey, you guys make videos, and you should enter this. And I decided to enter because, I love to travel. And also because, I would really like to go to graduate school, or at least take a series of short courses to get better at media production. And so having the $50,000 from the contest would be extremely helpful with that.
Right. And what inspired you to make your video about London? How did you choose all of those places?
I decided, you mean the individual places in the video, or London in general?
Very cool.
Sorry, no, to enter the contest, you had to make a video about a destination. And because I've been to London as a tourist, on short trips. But when I was in London last, I stayed for about 5 months. So I felt like more of a native at that point. So I thought it would be a good idea to choose London because I could see it from both sides. The places I picked were places that I thought that people maybe didn't know. I picked a couple of museums that were, I wanted it to be accessible. So I picked 4 exams that don't usually get talked about as often as things like Big Ben or London Eye. And then I picked, some food things because I thought the reaction would be good.
Yeah, the candy shop thing was definitely really cool.
Oh, my God.
It looked like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really fun, and they told me that they have Harry Potter candy sets that you can buy. They have tour groups that come in every day and buy the candy. But the sour thing that I tried was so hard to eat. Editing the footage just made my mouth water every time because it was so sour. Just the memory of it made my mouth pucker.
Oh my goodness! If you won this competition, where would you go? Do you have any big places on your list right now?
If I were to win the contest, well, like, part of it is I'm more interested in the experience than the place necessarily, and they have a stipulation where everywhere you go, you have to complete some kind of exciting challenge thing. So I think that will definitely have some influence over where I'd want to go. I'd really like to go to China. I'd like to do some brush painting, and I'd also like to go to South America and do the tango. I'd like to go to Egypt, and then another thing that I'd like just in general is to I have subscribers, like people who watch my YouTube videos all over the world, and I thought that it would be fun to take a page out of Denny Wallace's book and get people to send me video responses and say, okay, I'm going to be, in Brisbane, Australia. If you are living here, then, send me a video message on YouTube, and I will watch them, and then, we can go and hang out together.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. I was actually going to ask you that, if you were going to take requests from any of your YouTube subscribers on places to go. So.
I'm definitely going to try and keep it in mind. I do want to be able to meet them, though. I think that will be a lot of fun, and it would be a really easy way for me to get an insider's opinion on wherever I go. That's
really awesome. It sounds really fun.
I hope so. I mean, I'd love to win. I'm in kind of last place at the moment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I don't know how, okay, you have to be in the top 5 to be a finalist, and I'm number 5. So right now I'm still in, but with 6 days left, who knows what could happen.
So if people want to vote for you and they're listening right now, where could they go to vote?
The website is called http://www.mydestination.com, and then there you can look at the entries. You can look at the entries by name. My name is Bryarly Bishop, so just search Bryarly, and I should come up.
All right, great. We'll definitely have people take a look at that, and we'll send that link along on our Facebook page as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, if people who are listening right now, if you would vote, I would really appreciate it. It's very simple. You just have to click the social media link on the right side of the page. And I know that like clogging your feed isn't something you want to do, but it's only once because it's only one vote per social media account. And I would really appreciate it.
All right, guys, so vote. And before we close out for the night, since we are an 80s show, we thought we'd ask you what your favorite 80s song is.
I'm torn because I really like She Blinded Me with Science, and I also really like In Cars.
So it's a tough decision between them.
It is. What's your favorite?
Mine? I think it's probably Take On Me by A-ha.
That's so good. I love watching people try and do karaoke to that song.
Oh my gosh. And what's it, that Wii game where there's like a dance set and people have to do it. It's great.
Is it Space Jam?
It's, what's it? I have no idea what it's called, but... Wii game?
My mom's favorite is With It.
Oh. So, yeah. Sorry. All right. It's been a long night.
I understand.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on air with us tonight.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
We will send along those links to everyone on our page. So,
thanks so much.
Thank you, and have a great night.
Thanks. You too. And if anybody votes, thanks very much.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
All right. That was Bryarly Bishop from YouTube calling in about her experience as a YouTuber and the My Destination contest that she's currently in. So we'll send a link along on our page to that, and you guys can vote for her. There are 6 days left in the competition, so send her a vote. You're listening to WTBU, the beat of Boston University, broadcasting live at 89.3 FM, 640 AM, and online at WTBUradio.org. On BU Cable Channel 6 and the WTBU iPhone app, you can call in at 617-353-6400 or send an IM to WTBU Radio DJ. So right now, I think we're going to hop into some tunes from Aurora, right? Yeah. So thanks for listening, guys, and enjoy.